You're here for your European Football Live show. It's Saturday. It's just past 9 a.m., guys. We are starting big. We have some Bundesliga games to talk about. Those are first up. They start in about 25 minutes. Chris, we did talk about some of those early games yesterday. Newcastle Jets and Central Coast Mariners. Both teams to score an over 2.5 hit easily. It was 2-4, the final result. However, Schalke is getting their ass kicked.
Really? I haven't made
4-0 right now by Werder Bremen.
well, to tell you the truth, I don't even remember what I wait, maybe I think I had the draw in that game.
Double chance, maybe it
Double
was.
chance maybe.
I don't know. But Hamburger is leading 2-1 against Regensburg. I know that we had BTTS and over in that one. And Arsenal is kicking United's ass. It's 3-1 right now, 77th minute for Arsenal.
Yeah, it's I don't think it's necessarily a surprising result given the form that the two teams have been in, but maybe it is a little bit surprising. I don't know.
I wouldn't call it that surprising, but I was expecting a better battle from United. I mean, they really suck right now. It's hard to support them or bet on them or anything like that. It's been a terrible season for them.
Yeah. I guess that's what I meant. I meant I with the form of both teams, at least you expect it to maybe be a little bit closer, but yeah, definitely it's a bit of a blowout right now.
Yeah. Uh, I would suggest let's move on to the Bundesliga, Chris. We got 5 games starting at 9:30 p.m. Like a.m. Sorry, which is in about 20 minutes. Uh, So let's kick it off with Leipzig and Union in Berlin. We did talk about this game yesterday on our video pick. Angelino, Campbell, Tyler Adams, Forsberg, and Mukiele are the midfield five, and Halstenberg, Orban, and Simakan are the defensive three for Leipzig. Union Berlin has put out the best they have right now, which is a pretty solid lineup, and they have been solid for the entire season so far. What are your thoughts about this one?
I'm still sticking to what I put out in the video, and whenever we talked about this game, I still like Leipzig and both teams to score. I think like you said, Leipzig pretty much at full strength. They've gotten Cuckoo in there, and they've got Polson in there as well. And like you said, Union pretty much sticking with what's brought them to the dance and what's given them most of their success this season. And we look at the history of that matchup. Both teams to score and over 2.5. Also been a common occurrence, but I just think Leipzig, the team in better form right now, the team I think more likely to get the win. So that's why I like Leipzig and both teams to score.
Yeah, I do like that pick, and that's actually one of my picks in the double that I have as a preview, the big double that I have. Uh, I mean, Union Berlin has scored against them in the DFB Pokal earlier this week. That was the game that ended in a 2-1 for Leipzig. But we have seen both teams to score hit in the last 3 games in a row, 4 of their last 5, and in only 3 of the games between these two teams going back to 2014 haven't hit both teams to score. So I mean, I think we can expect the same here, especially because Leipzig is playing in the Europa League next week, so they might be already looking ahead to that game.
Yeah, I think it's a viable option. It's definitely a possibility.
I mean, if you want to take the volatility out of all of this, just take Leipzig with the money line. It's minus 177 right now. Put it in a double with another like huge sure bet or whatever you call it at plus at actually minus 250 or something like that, and that will get you to a nice minus 105 or maybe even plus money. Depends what your second pick would be.
Yeah, I don't know. That's hard for me because I've been so focused on the Leipzig and both teams to score that I haven't really thought of maybe putting it on the money line with something else. But definitely a viable option for a double.
Yeah. Morning, Chad. Thanks for joining us. Now, I do have this game as a preview as well. Freiburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach. Uh, I actually like over 2.5 in this one. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, this was a tougher one, for sure. I mean, I think I like Freiburg here. Maybe a team total over 1.5 for Freiburg. Like I said, we've seen Mönchengladbach just struggle on the road. They've given up 30 goals in 15 road games. So I think definitely could probably expect goals to be for Freiburg here, but maybe both teams to score over 2.5, a possibility as well in case Mönchengladbach get on the score sheet as well.
Yeah, and I think they might because both teams to score has hit quite often in this game, in this matchup. When Freiburg was the home team, but like you said, Borussia hasn't been good at all on the road this season, and I'm actually surprised that Freiburg is only minus 129 favorite, considering they can still catch the Champions League. And with the win here, they will probably jump on that fourth place. Depends on the Leverkusen game, but. Honestly, I would take a bit of a risk here and take Freiburg to win and over 2.5 goals in this game. That's going to be a nice plus 140 for this pick.
That's not bad at all. I can see it. I can definitely see a lot of goals coming in this one, and I'm like I said, I still think the majority of the damage is probably gonna be done by Freiburg, given Mönchengladbach's struggles on the road this season.
Yeah, and I believe I have over 2.5 in a double with something else from Bundesliga. I'm not sure what, but I do see goals in this one. Now, we have an interesting matchup in Bundesliga as well, Chris. Eintracht Frankfurt and Hoffenheim. We know that Hoffenheim hasn't scored a goal in their last 2 or 3 games. They haven't won any of their last five, which is surprising because they were playing outstanding soccer just about a month and a half ago. They were contending for that Champions League spot. I believe they were like fourth in the standings. Now they dropped to eight. They're struggling with scoring goals. But I guess the good news for them is that Eintracht is not a good defensive team in Bundesliga this season.
Yeah, that's it. There's a silver lining for Hoffenheim, but I still think that Frankfurt gets the job done here. I don't know. I haven't been impressed with Hoffenheim on the road. Um, and while Frankfurt hasn't necessarily been more impressive themselves, I just think this is more about Hoffenheim's poor away form, and I think there is value here. We're seeing Frankfurt. I've seen the line moving in that game all over the place, but I still think that. Let me see if I can find the line here. I just had it. It was plus 130, so I think that's still some decent value for Eintracht Frankfurt.
You think they can get away here?
I think so. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Hoffenheim on the road, especially in current form.
Yeah, but Eintracht also hasn't won any of the last four in Bundesliga. Now, granted, they did extremely well in that Europa League game against Barcelona and qualified for the semifinals, which they will play next week against, let me see, West Ham. The first one is on the road for Eintracht. It's going to be a tough matchup for them. Now, I would expect they would be more focused on that one than Bundesliga right now, to be honest, because, well, there's not much they can do in Bundesliga. Uh, I don't know. I kind of like both teams to score at over 2.5. To be honest, it is a bit expensive though. It's. I mean, the books are expecting both teams to score. It's minus 235. Now depends which side are you leaning at. I'm guessing you would take Eintracht and both teams to score. Maybe I would actually go with the draw, to be honest, in this one than rather than taking either side.
Yeah, that's definitely an option as well. I'm just trying to pull up the standings right now because both teams I think are in that sort of purgatory stage where yeah, there is still time that both could make a late move. Hoffenheim and yeah, Hoffenheim. Let me see here, 2 points back of Union Berlin for sixth, where they would get that Conference League qualification spot, and Frankfurt 8 points back total of Union Berlin. So I think both are running out of time, and maybe Hoffenheim maybe push for the win. So maybe the draw not necessarily a bad option, but I still think until I see it from until I see it from Hoffenheim, I kind of have to go the other way.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at the lineups here. Both teams have the best lineups they can get right now, and Eintracht is not resting anybody for that Europa League game. That is in the first half, at least. We'll see what's going to happen in the second one. But honestly, I do see goals on both sides. I think there might be something on taking over 3.5 in this game as well. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 3-1 win or maybe even 2-2 draw here. So plus 128 and over 3.5. I think that might be the way to go because, like I said, both teams to score and over 2.5 is like minus 150. So, as a single pick, there's definitely no value there unless you want to take a bit of a risk. But I think that the risk is actually bigger than the reward is for that pick. So, I would just go with over 3.5.
Well, especially if you're looking at the draw. If you're looking at the draw, why leave yourself short at minus or at over 2.5? Because again, if you're looking at the draw, you'd either go over 1.5 if you're expecting 1-1, or rather than sit at over 2.5 and leave yourself short, push for the over 3.5, get the extra value out of it in case you know. 'Cause that's the only way you're getting to a draw after 1-1 is if we see 4 goals. So
Yeah. Uh, we are talking about Eintracht and Hoffenheim, guys, if you were wondering. What? Probably over 2 points. In what game do you mean, Brandon? In this game?
he'd really parlay over 2.4.
I
I mean,
think
I
actually,
know he means over 2.5. I know. I'm just
yeah,
busting chops.
Morning, William. I think. Wait, let me check this real quick. I believe that
Gordon would find a way to bet the over 2.4. He would you'd
in the first
email.
half.
I know, Brandon. I'm just giving you a hard time, but I'm saying Gordon would email his book and just be like, "Hey, what are the odds on over 2.4? They might be the same as over 2.5. I'm not sure."
I actually have a double in Bundesliga. Frankfurt and Hoffenheim over 2.5 in a double with Freiburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach over 2.5. That was plus 139 yesterday when I took it.
That's not bad at all. That's that's definitely, I think, a nice price for those two.
Oh, yeah. What are your thoughts about Greuther Fürth and Leverkusen, Chris?
Leverkusen to win to nil. No
You sticking
hesitation.
to that?
No hesitation.
All right, all right. I'm looking at the
Greuther
lineups.
Fürth could not find themselves out of a wet paper bag right now.
I'm looking at the lineups. Patrick Schick is in. Moussa Diaby is in. Paulinho Osmond is in as well. I mean, pretty much very offensive lineup from Leverkusen. They do have a few missing players, injured players, suspended players. I mean, they have been struggling with that the entire season, and yet they have done so well. They are in third place right now. They will most likely be qualifying for the Champions League. At least I hope they do. Evo ga, pozdrav. Uh, they have scored 68 goals in 30 games. That's an average of over two scored goals per game. And like we said, they have been on fire, especially before Patrick Schick got injured. I think that injury set him back a little bit, but he's back now. He's still playing well. Uh, I do like your pick on Leverkusen to win to nil, to be honest. Greuther Fürth is in the last place, right? Yeah, they have only 17 points. They will be getting relegated, and I think this is going to be pretty much one-sided game from Leverkusen here, and I do think they will get a nice win here.
Yeah, like I said, Greuther Fürth has that clover as their logo, and I don't think it brought them any luck this season, as they just could not get anything going. And you're still getting plus money with Leverkusen to win to nil against a Fürth team that hasn't scored in what, 4 straight games, maybe even longer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, give me Leverkusen to win to nil.
Now, Patrick Schick is at minus 127 to score at any time, which I think is actually worth taking because if he scores in this game, the next one will be like minus 50 or so to take him. So I do also like Sardar Azmoun to score at any time. I think this is like his fourth game playing for Leverkusen. He still hasn't scored a goal and plus 104 right now. He's in the starting lineup. I think he's gonna get well here, considering how bad Ford's defense is right now. So if you want to take either of those two goal scorers, I think it's worth taking it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely, especially Patrick Schick, because we all know how deadly Schick could be in front of goal.
Yeah, uh, Chris, what's your best bet in the EPL today?
Uh, Best bet in the EPL today. Uh, I'll thank you, Latanya, for the super sticker. We really appreciate everything. Let's see here. Top bet from the Prem today.
I
It's not
think
gonna be.
Aston Villa could do some damage today on Leicester.
I was just gonna say. I think I'm gonna go both teams to score in that Leicester Villa game. Maybe push it to both teams to score in over 2.5.
I do like that. We know that Aston Villa is capable of beating anyone, but they have been in a slump as of late. They're on a four-game losing streak in the EPL. I mean, Leicester has been doing a little bit better, but they are still fighting on two fronts. They are playing in that Conference League semifinals against the Roma next week. I'm looking at the lineups here. So Daka is leading the charge for Leicester. Lookman is in. James Madison is in. Tielemans is in. I mean, their offense is not the problem here. It's their defense that is terrible this season. They have been struggling a lot. And also, Jamie Vardy is on the bench. If he gets in the second half, we know that he's capable of scoring goals against any team out there. So, as for Aston Villa, Oli Watkins and Leon Bailey are in as the two strikers, and Felipe Coutinho is just behind them. He's been having a pretty good time since he got there from Barcelona. I do like both teams to score in over 2.5. I mean, just over 2.5 is -110, which is not bad at all.
Yeah, definitely a solid wager. Like I said, I love the both teams scoring over 2.5 there. I like the both teams to score before, but now looking at it, we got to the adding the over 2.5 get some extra value out of that. Definitely a route I think worth taking in that game. And shout out to Leon Bailey. I keep forgetting I keep forgetting he's in the Premier League. He's one of my favorite players to
Yeah.
watch.
Now, I will definitely be skipping Manchester City game because whenever I go with such big favorites like City is, I get burned. So I actually like Newcastle on the money line against Norwich at +120, which is surprising to me that we're getting plus money for Newcastle.
Yeah, that was gonna be if I didn't take the both teams to score and over in Leicester and Villa, I probably would have taken Newcastle on the money line considering how well they've been playing. But I want to see
Yeah.
it even against Norwich. I want to see it transfer Newcastle's to transfer over to the road before I really jump on them with any sort of consistency. But like I said, they've been playing very well, and at +120, it's a hard price to turn down.
Yeah, they are in a three-game winning streak right now, but the problem is that all three of those games were at home. They are getting the job done at home. Now they need to start getting the job done on the road. They haven't won any of their last three games on the road. They lost to Tottenham, they lost to Everton, and they lost to Chelsea. Close calls against Everton and Chelsea, only 1-0, but they got destroyed by Tottenham on the road. However, they bounced back nicely. They saved themselves. They are in 11th place right now. And seeing how the team that was in the relegation zone in 19th place just over 2.5 months ago to get to the 11th, that's a nice success.
Yeah, no, they have been making some moves, but I still have to stick with City. I think City can ill afford to take anybody lightly right now, even Watford. I think like Pep said in a lot of his press conferences and in a lot of his media scrums that what any dropped points. Not that I'm saying City would drop points to Watford, but any dropped points would probably hand Liverpool the title, and I think he's right. I just don't think that City have the luxury of being able to take their foot off the gas. If they were 6 or even 7 points up on Liverpool, we may be having a different conversation. But with every game meaning just as much as the next or the last, I think you have to treat it as a virtual final for for City on every single game.
Yeah, Manchester United lost Chris 3-1. It's a pretty dire situation in that club right now. Hopefully that will change over the summer. I read that a bunch of players will be leaving the club. They will bring in a bunch of new players, and we'll see if Eric Ten Hag can change the mentality of this club at the moment. Uh, Brandon, yeah, we do like both teams to score and over that Freiburg and Gladbach game. We talked about it in a So, Chris, we have a pretty big matchup in Serie A today, Inter versus Roma. But in that Torino versus Spezia game, I believe you had the draw yesterday. I think you told me the draw. It's 1-0 for Torino right now, 25th minute.
There's still 65 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's true. There's still a lot of time left.
I'm not happy with
Torino
Spezia,
is
but
Torino is dominating. 65% possession, three shots on target, three big chances created. We'll see if Spezia can turn it up a little bit.
well, hopefully. That was one of the draws that I bet on this morning.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that Inter Roma game, Chris?
I mean, to be honest, my thoughts still the same. I still like Inter Milan on the money line. I said when it was that Coppa Italia fixture, uh, whoever won that game had the momentum going out of it to be the I'd say the front runner for the Serie A title, and Inter still has the quote unquote easier schedule of the two to make the move and jump the necessary 2 points to pull level with AC Milan and eventually pull ahead of them. And I think that's this is the biggest hurdle for Inter Milan, and I do think they get over it. I still like Inter on the money line. I think Roma solid foe here, and I think they're going to give Inter a run, but I think Inter gets the job done.
I do like Inter on the money line. However, it's minus 163, which is no good at all. Uh, I think you'll have to dig a bit deeper to get some value out of this one. Inter has been on fire lately. Yes, three-game winning streak in Serie A. They destroyed Milan in the semifinals of Coppa Italia earlier this week. So yeah, they are scoring a lot of goals lately. But what scares me here is that Roma hasn't lost the Serie A game since January.
Yeah,
So I don't know what to take here to, I don't know, maybe Inter and over 1.5, or I, I'm just not sure that Inter can keep a clean sheet here, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, the only reason why I was going out is because Roma haven't had any success against Inter in the past. I think they've gone winless in the last. I think I read it was the last 10 meetings between the two, and Inter's put at least two past Roma in the last 5 meetings at home. So I would maybe go Inter and over 1.5, maybe even Inter team total over 1.5. I don't know what the odds on that are. If it's
Uh, Inter team total over 1.5 minus 157, so it's pretty much the same as the
yeah, it's
money
pretty much the
line.
same thing. So
I mean, I think there might be some value in Inter to win at both teams to score plus 220.
yeah,
I have a feeling that Roma can score at least once here.
yeah, definitely. It's definitely in play. I think, but yeah, even if maybe I would use Inter as a bit of a parlay piece. I'm not sure, but I think just going on the money line probably the way I would go in that one.
Yeah, Christian. Gunners just, I think, destroyed United's hope of the Champions League, to be honest. Gunners have now taken over the fourth place. We'll see how Tottenham will do later, but United is falling behind, and I don't think they will be seeing the Champions League next week. That next season, not next week.
Yeah, no, I think that you can almost stick. I think you can almost stick a fork in United.
Yeah. Now, Chris, do you like Switzerland, the Swiss Super League?
It's a league I've tried to get myself to become a little bit more familiar with. I know about your grasshoppers and your young boys, but I've again, I'm trying to get into it. I'm only starting to really delve into the Netherlands Eredivisie and like the Belgium First Division, but again,
Yeah.
Switzerland. I'm trying. It's just it's taking me a little bit.
Well, hurry up.
Oh my lord!
Well, we have Zurich and Sion playing today. Zurich is at the top of the table. They will be the new champions today. Uh, I mean, I would take them to win it over 2.5 in this game, and possibly even Young Boys against Servette. They're pretty big favorites. Minus 188 at home, but they haven't won any of their last 6 games. So unless you take goals in this one, just over 2.5, I wouldn't even try to stretching it to both teams to score because this looks fishy to me. I would just stick to Zurich and see on take Zurich to win and over 2.5.
Yeah, I think like you said, Zurich's currently sitting at the top of the table, so it's just a matter of how hard they want to push it. But yeah, I don't know if I would push any of these today, to be honest with you.
You're not a fan of pushing?
Eh, in spots. Real good.
Well, Chris, I think it's the time for the fun part of the show,
Mm-hmm.
which is a parlay. To do
Mm-hmm.
your homework.
Oh, I did. I think I've actually got a good one here.
How many draws do you have?
None.
Not holy crap! What is happening?
Yeah, I know, right?
Uh,
I'm gonna blow your mind in a minute.
it's gonna be a winner then, eh?
I hope so. I hope so. I really did
Uh,
put in the research on this one.
Hi Pedro, thanks for joining us here. And I gotta say, Pedro, I'm deeply disappointed in Sporting.
It's
I have no words.
not what the poor guy wants to hear. Come on.
Anyway, Chris, let's get it.
All right. So I guess do you want to lead off or do you want me to? I'm just finishing up the odds for mine.
You can give us your first pick, then I'll give my first pick.
All
And
right. My first pick. I'm gonna go with Benfica halftime full time. I just think
jeez.
they're just a far better team here, and we're getting even money on what I think is definitely a viable result for Benfica to jump out early over. I'm going to butcher a name here, Famil Sao, and again, I think it's just going to be all Benfica from the opening kick. So Benfica halftime full time is my first play.
Uh, all right. Bundesliga games just kicked off, Chris. Cole is already up 1-0 against Armenia, fourth minute.
Yeah, not surprising for Armenia, I don't think.
I will take as my first pick. I will go to EPL and I will take Brentford Tottenham over 2.5.
It's not a bad one at all.
I know.
That's why it's in my parlay.
Okay, what's your second pick?
Second one, I'm gonna go with another halftime full time. I'm gonna go with PSV, halftime full time. I just think,
There you go.
I think Canberra overmatched here. And I think PSV just absolutely routes them here. So give me PSV halftime full time. It's minus 120 when I last looked.
That's a big one. It's gonna be a big parlay you have
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I will also go to the Netherlands, to the same league, and I will take Ajax team total over 2.5.
That's not bad.
PSV, Sean. All right, what's your third and final pick?
My third and final one. I'm gonna go to the Copa del Rey. I'm gonna go with both teams to score. I think just I think both teams easily get on the score sheet now, and I don't think you see a shutout here. I think you see a back and forth game, free flowing, and I think we see both teams score.
And what are the odds of your ticket?
So for mine, it was PSV full time, halftime full time, Benfica halftime full time, and Real Betis and Valencia, both teams to score, plus 574.
Holy crap. Plus 574. My last pick will be Verona Sampdoria. I will take over 1.5 goals in the game. My parlay is not as big as yours. Now I'm ashamed. I'll pick something else.
Uh,
I'll pick something else to get closer to you, Chris.
no. We're worried about wins. If you think that's a winner, go for it. Don't do it on account of me.
Uh, I'll stick to it. It's gonna be a nice parlay.
There you go.
You changed my mind. Thank you.
Don't worry. Size doesn't matter.
If she said that, she's lying to you, Chris.
Yeah, well, she didn't have a choice. She had to make me feel a little bit better.
Okay. So my parlay is Brentford versus Tottenham over 2.5 in the EPL. Ajax on the road against the Emgen, however you say that. Take Ajax team total over 2.5. And Verona versus Sampdoria in Serie A over 1.5 goals in the game for plus 287.
It's not a bad payout at all. Still 3-1 on your money.
Yeah.
Brent, I think it's at 4 p.m. Eastern. The Betis and
Yeah,
Valencia.
4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris's parlay is Benfica halftime full time. That's in the Portuguese Primeira Liga. PSV halftime full time. That's in the Dutch Eredivisie. And Betis Valencia in Copa del Rey finals in Spain. Both teams to score plus 574. And my parlay is Brentford versus Tottenham over 2.5. Ajax team total over 2.5. And Verona Sampdoria over 1.5 goals in the game. Plus 287. There we go, Chris. Let's see who. Oh, Borussia Mönchengladbach scored, and Greuterfurt scored against Leverkusen. So there goes
Well,
your Leverkusen to the pick.
of course. Well, they must have been watching. They had to have been watching.
Those bastards.
I just realized my parlay is literally twice as big as yours. I'm twice the man that you are.
I'm trying to not to feel bad, but
Yours is half. Yours is mine's twice as big as yours. You're half the size.
okay,
Okay, I'm sorry. I just it's right there. It's easy.
that's enough ways of saying that I'm smaller than you.
Well, you really, I mean, you really are. Like I'm like grandote. It's like
You're broad-shouldered.
yeah, sure. Broad shoulders is that's a very nice way of putting it. That's how I'm going to describe myself from now on.
Oh man. Uh, Maybe they take the goal away from Greuterfurt,
Maybe one can only hope. You don't
or
deserve it.
that will force Leverkusen to get a move on here.
Yeah, there you go.
Leipzig still 0-0 and Eintracht still 0-0. But let's see the stats a bit here. Hoffenheim has a shot. It wasn't a goal though. It was, I guess, to the stands.
Yeah, they hit someone in the 10th row.
Torino still 1-0. Uh, Not much going on right now. Is there any specific game that you like a lot today, Chris, that we haven't talked about?
Uh, not, not really, to be honest. I think we did a good job covering the majority of them. I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on that Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund match. I'm gonna tune into that one for sure.
Yeah, it's a 12:30 p.m. game. Of course,
Oh,
we don't have
and
the live.
Leverkusen just equalized.
That was quick.
Yeah, I've heard that one too.
I was gonna say that we don't have the lineups out yet, but we do have the possible lineups, which are predicted for Lewandowski to start, Haaland to start, Thomas Müller, Sané, and Gnabry, Julian Brandt and Marco Reus for Borussia Dortmund. I mean, pretty much the best the both teams can offer right now, but Borussia does have a ton of injuries and missing players, so we'll see. And they will actually start with their backup goalkeeper, apparently, because Kobel is injured. So this goalkeeper hasn't played at all this season, which might be a lot of trouble for Borussia Dortmund in this game.
Yeah.
Let's see who scored for Leverkusen. Did we get our goal scorer? Patrick Schick scored, of course. There you go.
And Hoffenheim now on the board over Eintracht Frankfurt.
There we go. Bundesliga is kicking off like they usually do. Finally, it was an old goal from Eintracht Frankfurt. Goal scorer parlay for it was Lewandowski and Haaland both to score in this game, plus 200, plus 210 was it or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lewandowski to score and Haaland to score, both of them in that game. That was the goal scorer prop I gave out on the drive through yesterday. Uh, Spezia can't seem to get their footing on. They are still losing 1-0, still not doing anything much in this game. Maybe the second half will go in your favor, Chris.
Maybe. But what's not going in our favor right now, Freiburg already down 2-0 to Mönchengladbach.
Holy crap. Well, good thing I had over 2.5, but I think they will score, though.
Yeah. A long way back, it looks like, for Freiburg.
Yeah. Now I just need Leipzig to start scoring because I have a huge parlay, Chris, and you're gonna laugh when you hear it. I have a huge double as a premium.
Okay.
I have Leipzig to win and both teams to score in a double with both teams to score and over 2.5 in Brentford versus Tottenham, plus 648.
Well, that's not bad. Timmy had a big one.
Of course. Well, guys, we are at the end of our show. We gave out a ton of free picks, two nice parlays, which I'm going to repeat right now just so that you know. Chris's parlay is, by the way, this is a head-to-head parlay, and I'm counting the scores, Chris.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Of course I am.
Match fixing.
Yeah. Benfica halftime full-time result in Portugal. PSV halftime full-time in the Netherlands. And Betis Valencia both teams to score. That's Chris's parlay. And my parlay is Brentford, Tottenham over 2.5 goals in the game. Ajax team total over 2.5 and Verona Sampdoria over 1.5 goals in the game, plus 287.
It'd be interesting to see if both of us can hit or if
Ooh,
one of
that'd
us
be
gets
nice.
one of us gets the early parlay competition edge. We'll see.
By the way, we do have a video parlay going on that kicked off with the Bundesliga game. Freiburg Gladbach over 2.5, City team total over 2.5, and PSG team total over 2.5. And the live show pick from yesterday, I think we did hit Hamburg. It was both teams to score. That was the first game that we started on that live show parlay from yesterday.
Yeah, I think so.
It ended 2-4 for Hamburg. So, yeah, we did hit that one. That's it, guys, for today. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for listening to us rambling on and on and on about European football. We do enjoy it. If you didn't get the sense of that, but go check out the rest of the videos up on YouTube. Only maybe one game has started. There's a bunch more up there to check, and we will be back tomorrow again, 9 a.m. Let's win some money today, guys. Let's kick those books while they're down, and let's rob them of their money. Eh?
Absolutely.
And of course, stay tuned for more videos coming up on YouTube for tomorrow. There will be a parlay coming up as well, so check those out later on, and check our previews up on Pig Dog's preview section, guys. See if you like anything up there, and we will see you again tomorrow, guys, 9 a.m. sharp.